Steve Jobs, a boy whose dream was that a computer should not just be a machine, but a tool to bring human creativity to life. Today, Apple's value stands in trillions of dollars, but the world knows very little about the journey filled with struggles, rejections, and hidden battles. This is not just the story of a tech company, but the journey of a visionary who changed the very way we think. 1955, San Francisco. Steve Jobs was born, but his biological parents gave him up for adoption. This became the very first twist of his life, the feeling of being an outsider that stayed with him forever. From childhood, Jobs kept experimenting with electronics and machines. The garage was his lab, and circuits were his toys. This passion gave his imagination a new direction. And then came the moment when he met Steve Wozniak, a friendship that was not just a personal connection, but a partnership where technology and vision came together. This bond awakened the entrepreneur inside Jobs. But Jobs' journey was never straightforward. He dropped out of college halfway because paying the fees had become difficult. To get by, he recycled bottles and ate free meals at a temple. And then came the biggest shock. The very company he had started in a garage, Apple, one day fired him. Industry experts began to laugh. This boy is just a dreamer. He has nothing to do with reality. But those very insults became fuel for Jobs. Every criticism, every rejection lit a fire inside him, making him even more stubborn and even more of a visionary. After being ousted from Apple, most people thought Steve Jobs' chapter was over. But Jobs decided to prove everyone wrong. He started a new company, NeXT. His obsession with technology was still the same, but this time his vision was even deeper. During this period, he also took another huge risk, Pixar. No one could have imagined that a small animation studio would one day change the entire Hollywood industry forever. Toy Story redefined cinema itself. When Apple fell into trouble, they called back the same Jobs they had once rejected. But this time, Jobs had a clear mission, not just to change a company, but to change the world. One more chapter that made Steve Jobs' story iconic was his rivalry with Bill Gates. Microsoft versus Apple, Windows versus Mac. This was not just a battle for market share, but a clash of two completely different visions. Bill Gates followed a practical, software-driven approach. For Jobs, technology was an art, a canvas where design and creativity stood above everything else. During the 90s, Windows ruled the world, while Apple was pushed into a corner. But for Jobs, this was not a defeat, it was a constant reminder that innovation and vision always come with risk. This rivalry not only made Jobs more determined, but also defined the future of the entire tech industry. After returning to Apple, Steve Jobs didn't just save the company, he changed the entire world. First came the iPod, a small device that disrupted the music industry forever. 1,000 songs in your pocket turned imagination into reality. Then Jobs launched the iPhone, a product that wasn't just a phone, but a gateway to a whole new world. Touchscreen, apps, and sleek design. It redefined the meaning of communication. And after that came the iPad, which gave computing a brand new shape. Together, these products lifted Apple from the edge of collapse to becoming the most valuable company in the world. This wasn't just a business success. It was a cultural and lifestyle revolution, a new era where technology became an inseparable part of everyday human life. In 2011, Steve Jobs bid farewell to the world. But his vision, his way of thinking, and his one line, "Think different," are still alive everywhere today. Jobs' story proves that even an outsider adopted, rejected time and again can change the face of the world if he has a bold vision and relentless passion. He always gave one message: don't settle. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And perhaps that's why even today, every new generation remembers him not just as an entrepreneur, but as a legendary storyteller and dreamer.